I'm just sitting here bifacing, so I thought I'd get it on film. Yep. I have a hat with ear flaps on, and I can't hear myself. Hold on. Yep, I went out and bought one of those Elmer Fudd hats, or whatever you call them. Okay. This thing. And I forgot that I can't hear myself when I'm talking. All right, so yeah, I'm just sitting here bifacing random raw cherts. Just to give you an idea. Yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to offer in the auction. I wanted to make some knives and stop with the just offering boxes of flakes and stuff, because then if I keep doing that, I run out of material too fast. I want to make stuff out of the material, but if I sell it all, I can't make stuff. So I don't know what to do. I'm not sure what to do. Anyway, when I'm doing this, I can think sometimes. Yeah, this is just random high quality raw chert. I've been saving it up. I've been making various things, and I've been working on getting the sinew ready and all that stuff. I'm making some hide glue, although I'm probably not going to use the hide glue. I just want to see the quality of it. I might use it to back a couple bows. Yeah, I can use it for arrowheads. The wrapping on the arrowheads and the metal dart points that are hafted to foreshafts for the wrappings on the dart points or the knives. But I'm wondering, you know, the Native Americans didn't have access to pottery until much later on in their history. So in order to get hide glue by boiling, you need to boil the stuff in a bark container or some other container under very low heat for very long periods of time. So I don't know how practical that is. The sinew can glue to itself. Oops. Dang it, a little bit too much. The sinew can glue to itself. You don't need hide glue in many cases, but I think it does help, especially with rawhide. If you want to wrap something with rawhide, you kind of want to glue it down, at least in my experience. So I don't know if I'll make much of it. Figure out some other way to glue down the wrappings. What have I used before? I just cheat and use Elmer's glue, which is a starch glue, which is probably easier to make. I don't think you need to boil it. You just need to crush up a bunch of starch from a starchy plant. As far as I know, that's all you need to do. Mix it with water. Yeah. Or tree sap, I suppose. Yeah, that was a bad hit there. Dang it. It's such a nice material too. That causes a lot of width loss when I hit too high like that. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of these chunkers. Anyway, I am going to be making some hide glue for at least one bow, maybe two sinew back bows. So I want to see which part of the animal is best for the hide glue, because I want it to be flexible. I've never been exposed to a flexible hide glue. I don't know what that is. All my hide glues have been brittle. If there is such a thing, I want to start using it. Maybe there's an ancient formula for how to make flexible hide glue without having to use pottery or something like that to boil the glue in to render it down. Yeah, you can fill a dirt hole with rocks and boil stuff that way. You know, as long as the soil's not permeable, you can boil water in a hole in the ground, but you know, it gets all muddy. It gets all muddy. Who knows? Maybe that's the secret. Dang it! I wish it was a secret of knowing which parts of the stone are going to be cracked. Well, that's not too bad. Anyway, I'm going to make some arrows and all kinds of good stuff. I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting a little burnt out on just doing only flint knapping. Yeah. All right. Feel like I'm cheating with the bopper. Yeah. Yeah. Makes it so much easier. But it's good. It reduces the strain. It just cracks. Dang it. Not supposed to be any cracks. Supposed to be perfect. That would be nice. That would be so nice if all the rock was perfect. That's where a lot of guys go to knapping glass, I suppose. It's always perfect. It's funny how you can get sick of it though. It's always perfect, but you get sick of doing glass pretty fast, at least with me, you know. Maybe the human brain needs a challenge. I don't know. sometimes working around difficult areas is kind of a stimulating thing, because it's not boring, even though it might be a pain. I guess it's just boredom. Glass contributes to boredom. Maybe. I should do some obsidian with the bopper. Oh, I just did one, yeah. But that was like buttery dacite. It wasn't like the really finicky, glassy obsidian. Okay. All right, good enough. Next. Don't ask me what these cherts are, because I don't know. All I'm going to say is it napped good. Yep, that's it. What kind of chert is that? It's good napping chert. You know, GNC. Just like the General Nutrition Foods or whatever. It's GNC. What's GNC? Good napping chert. That's it. I don't know what it is. I've had people hand me stuff that they say, this is good chert. And I nap it, or try to nap it. It's not good. And I've had people hand me stuff, they say, I can't do nothing with this. Here, try it. And I'm working with it, and I say, this is pretty good stuff. Yeah. So, knowing what it's called and napping it, two different things. I don't care what it's called anymore. As long as it's GNC. Good napping chert. Or good GNF, good napping Flint. Either one. So, where am I on the tendons? Where, the place I'm at right now is looking really hard at dehydrators. Oh yes. I can dehydrate them in the oven. So, I'm not looking... I suppose I'm not looking that hard, but I was doing some research on the dehydrators earlier today. Research means surfing around everywhere else except looking for dehydrators, and then, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be looking at dehydrators. Yeah, if I look at them more than 5 minutes, it's like deep research because I get distracted, start looking around. Okay, what else was I looking at? What else was I looking at today? I bought a new hat. I said I need a new hat, so I bought one with ear flaps. I was freezing this morning. I look at all these beanie hats and stuff, and I don't know. So I just went to the store and picked up a few things, some more band-aids. I cut myself again. Luckily not on this hand. I cut myself on this hand. Exact same spot. Want to see? You don't? Oh well. I cut myself in that same spot on this hand, but I did this with the boning knife this morning. Yeah, taking some cartilage off of bone where I should have been scraping it. I was trying to cut it, and I cut toward myself accidentally, and zoom. I say accidentally because I don't want to say stupidly. Yeah, deep cut. That boning knife is razor sharp. How do I know? because like a dummy, I sharpened it extremely sharp. So all I need to do is touch my finger. Zip. Zipped it right open. Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to keep them sharp. I know. I was taught that a sharp knife is a safe knife. But heck, I feel a whole lot safer if I got into an accident with a dull knife. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I got Band-Aids at the store. Got some cat food. We got too many cats. And none of them are mine. That's the bad part. If they were mine, I'd be going to the store to buy cat food and be all happy and stuff. But this, you know, when I go, it's like, cat food again? Dang it. How much do they eat? Are they getting fat? I need to start weighing them. Yeah. What's the body mass index or whatever they call it for cats? I need to know. Because if they're start getting, if they are starting to get fat, I gotta cut down on the cat food. Yeah. What is cat BMI? Is there a chart for that? I want to know. What am I doing here? See, I had to get real thin because of that little defect. It threw me off. Now I got to even everything out. Or try to. It's still going to be a little bit curved. Dang it. Okay. When that happens, sometimes I throw it in the broke some bifaces, but yeah, I'm going to lose that anyway. I don't know how deep that goes. That's good enough for now. Next. Anyway, cat food. What else did I buy? You're going to know everything that I bought. Oh yeah, I bought that. Mineragua. Oh yes. Can't live without that. I never thought I'd like soda water. When I was little, soda water was terrible. And I would think, only old people drink that stuff. Why would you even want to drink it? Turns out it makes your stomach feel good when you're old. Yeah. Now, I don't have acid reflux, or they call it just reflux these days, I guess. Anyway, I used to have reflux, and I tried all kinds of stuff. And I got a taste for the mineral water, the carbonized mineral water. I started getting used to it. And now, even though I don't have reflux anymore, I still drink it. Yep. Did it help with the reflux? It kind of did, but I think it was mainly because it's just good for you to drink water. Or maybe I was dehydrated on top of everything else. Who knows? Maybe it was a placebo effect. I don't know. Someone tell me, why do old people drink soda water? I drink it now because it's a lot more exciting than just regular water. Yeah, the carbonation is, you know, kind of perky. I like it. It's not bad for you like soda. but it has that refreshing effervescence. Yeah. They used to talk about that in commercials. Or they still do, I don't know. I don't watch TV, so I don't know what they have on commercials these days. Do they still use the word effervescence? Maybe. Come on. What's going on in there? There's an undetached flake. What is going on here? Yeah. Undetached flake in there. I gotta be careful that I don't mess this piece up. It's very easy to snap these in half. In case you don't know. If you're watching this just for entertainment, you might not know that this can snap in half at any time. Especially with hard hits. And also especially when you don't want it to snap. The stone can smell fear. You didn't know? It does. It knows when you're afraid. It sneaks up on you. It can smell fear. And that's when it gets you. It gets bold. Starts misbehaving. Right when you don't want it to. Right when you least expect it. Come on. Some of these charts are unpredictable. This one started out napping nicely, but I think as I'm getting toward the interior, it's getting tougher. Yeah. Dang it. It's making me swing too hard. Alright, that's good enough. Is that quartz pocket? See, when I say it's good enough when I can do the rest with indirect percussion. That's when it's good enough. Now, who did this? Did I do this earlier? Maybe. What kind of chert is it? I don't know. It looks like an amoeba chert. That's all I know. If it naps good, it naps good. That's all I want to know. Yeah, I probably tested this out and said, ooh, I need to stick this in the good raw chert pile or bucket. I wish I had a whole bucket of this. Oh yes, that would be nice. Maybe not thick and chunky like this one, but I don't know. I suppose it'd be fine too. Even thick and chunky like this. I was napping some Georgetown also yesterday. See? But I don't like Georgetown that much anymore. No. Even when it naps easy, I don't know if I like it that much. I don't know why. It spoils you in the beginning, and then when you try to get it thin, it starts to misbehave. Yeah. Dang it. It starts to misbehave like that and overshoot. The Georgetown. See, now I got to make something smaller. out of this. I didn't want it to be that big anyway. Nope. Who needs to conserve it for the biface? Who needs to maximize it? I don't. Do I? That's half of this channel. So yes, I do need to maximize it because that's half of what I do. I say I'm not going to do it, and I do it. I say I'd rather just get good flakes, but I end up maximizing it for the biface. What does that mean? You know, you get as large a biface as you can from it. Now, if you saw this flake and you said to yourself, "Oh, that's an early stage flake," no, it isn't. Haha. I just like to point those out once in a while. These thought experiment geniuses who think they know where the flakes come from what stage of the knapping process it comes from. But you might say, "Well, this is the early stage." No, this is the thinning stage. This is stage 2. Even though it has some cortex on it, it's already a biface. It was already a biface. I'm trying to thin it down now. So this is mid stage. It's not early stage. Same with this flake. See, you might think this is an early stage flake because it's got cortex, but no, it's mid stage. It's in the middle of the process. I'm already thinning. I like to point these things out because if I don't, people don't know what they're seeing unless I say something. They'll see it over and over and over again, but they don't know it exists until I say, "See, these are big flakes and they come off of the second stage or maybe even the late stage of making the point." And some smarty pants out there thinks it's early stage flakes, and you read the reports or the articles on the sites that have debitage, and you go, "Okay, so this archaeologist says these are all early stage flakes. So where did the points go? Where did they make the points? Nobody knows. Where did they make the points? They weren't making them there because it's all early stage debitage. Turns out they probably were making them there, and they're just misclassifying the debitage. So it makes a difference. Yeah. Yeah, the report's not worth anything if it's not right. I suppose it's worth something when you think about what the site is not. Yeah. It's good to read up on stuff so that you figure out what not to believe in. That's kind of useful. When I start saying that, some people don't like it. No. Oh well. Have I read any good articles lately? Well, I keep starting to watch these interesting videos on different things like Neanderthals and other things, but I never finish them. I watch like 5 minutes, right? And then something happens to interrupt. Like, wait a second, I shouldn't be watching this video right now because I got to go to the store and buy cat food. And then I never finish the video. So I have nothing to report on that front. Nope. Most of it's science fiction anyway, which is fine as long as they call it science fiction. But guess what? A lot of times they don't call it science fiction. That's the problem. Nothing wrong with science fiction. Well, the problem comes when you start classifying it as actual research. Like, this is the way it was. Yeah. We are the experts on how it was back then. It's not science fiction. There's lots of facts. These are facts. That's when you get into problems. Yeah. Because they don't want to back off from their facts if they're wrong. They're so-called facts. If you show that it's wrong, they got to rewrite the study. They got to redo the videos. They got to take them down. They got to do all this kind of damage control when their science fiction turns out to be not in alignment with reality. They're not going to fix it. They leave it up. But if it's science fiction, they just admit it. You can take it down, or you can say, well, it's just science fiction anyway. And you go, yeah, okay, that's cool. But if there's ego behind it, or if there's money, like, you're not going to get no more funding if this report ends up being a bunch of hooey. Oh, don't worry, it won't be a bunch of hooey if I have anything to say about it. No matter what anyone says, this report will never be hooey. I'll make sure of it. Even if it is, I'll make sure that it doesn't get represented that way ever. Okay, all right. You'll get some funding then. Yeah, if you can make sure that it's never going to be considered hooey, yeah, we'll give you some funding. You know, that's maybe how it goes down. I don't know. I suppose as long as the investor gets his money's worth somehow. Maybe not even. Maybe they're receiving funding just because it's a tax break. Or instead of paying taxes, you fund research or something. I don't know. I don't know. I fund my own research and I still got to pay taxes. Yeah. How does that work? I mean, why does it work that way? I don't know. Life's not fair, and if you want it to be highly disappointed. And as Flintknappers, we know all about disappointment. Oh yes. We are experts at knowing all about disappointment. And even people who watch Flintknapping as a spectator sport, they know all about disappointment too. I thought you were going to do a good one, and I'm so disappointed. You didn't do a whole Arrowhead from start to finish. I need to see rock the point, rock the point, rock the point. I'm so disappointed. Oh well. Get used to it. Or go somewhere else. Yep. I don't always do rock the point. 35 minutes. Henry's not going to watch this one. Who's Henry? Just a friend of mine. Yeah, making him famous on the channel. No one knows who he is. Alright. How does that work when no one knows who he is and you're still making him famous? No, it's just because when I go visit, I want some laughs. It's good laughs. I mentioned you on my channel. Really? Yeah, but no one knows who you are, so I don't know what good it did. Anyways. I get all these requests for collaborations. Give me spam bots on the email. Collaboration for this and that. You mean you want me to advertise your product on my channel? Become a commercial. Someone who does commercials. Yeah, I've seen some guys, or some people, maybe not guys, but I've seen people advertise all kinds of weird stuff on their YouTube channels. Yeah. I pay for YouTube Premium for a reason. I don't want to see ads. And there it goes. The YouTuber sold out, and now he's advertising for some weird stuff I never even heard of. Well, that's probably why they advertise it, because they want you to know. No one's ever heard of it. I don't have an inquiring mind like that. If it's a product I don't know about, I don't want to know. I don't want to learn about that. New stuff coming out. It used to be that you could be excited about something new coming out on the market. But it's not exciting anymore. These new things are just... These things are just designed by I don't know who, and they have built-in obsolescence. What's it called? Planned obsolescence? Why do I want to buy your new version of the planned obsolescence? Why? We're on to you. We know. We know what you're up to. At least some of us. So no, I'm not going to do a collaboration with your stuff. That'll probably be obsolete. Planned obsolete in a few years or so, or even sooner. Anyway, I like the larger Bopper better. Yeah, but this is kind of good. It's less of a strain. The other one pulls, especially on the harder hits. The heavier one will pull, and it has a little bit more effect on the wrist. Alright, that's good enough for that. Yeah, it's 39 minutes. I want the 30-minute people to be happy. So I'm going to call it there. I don't have that many more to go in this pile. They're all smaller anyway. I picked out the big ones. Yeah. Let's see. That's what I'll be doing all night. So I gotta figure out. I'll probably make something in the morning tomorrow. Hopefully I can make a knife or something tomorrow. This one needs heat. Where's my needs heat? My needs heat is behind the Minaragua. Alright, so what else can I talk about real quick? Is there an update? Oh yeah. I boiled some deer feet, right, and I got the hooves out. I took out the bones from inside and I scraped out the cartilage, and I also cut the tongue. No, what is it called? I cut the bottom of the hoof off because it was soft and spongy after boiling it. But turns out I'm supposed to leave that in there. So I cut all these out wrongly, I guess. I think they'll still make good rattle sounds, even though I cut too much out. The next batch I'm going to do, I'm not going to cut out that frog, I guess they call it. It's called the frog down on the underside of the hoof. Let's see, I'll make a rattle with this anyway. What else? What else am I doing? I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Let me just get a thumbnail. Get some of the good ones. Alright, get some of the good ones. Yeah. The lighting is not that great. Alright, that's it.